Hi Libra, welcome to Elle's House of Tarot. I hope everyone's having a lovely week so far. I apologize for not getting the air sign readings out yesterday. I know I normally do them on Wednesday, but I had a very long day at work, and then I had like a little incident with my car after work, and by the time I got home and everything, I was just not in the right mind space to be doing readings. So I'm going to be doing air signs and fire signs today. But thank you for being patient with me. So this week we are doing you and your person readings. I'm doing a little bit differently. I'm getting your energy, their energy, then the mutual energy in between. It is still a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So if your sun sign doesn't resonate, you can check out the other placements in your chart. Can we get Libra's energy, please? If you would like to take a closer look at your personal situation, you can book a reading with me by sending an email to ellshouseoftarot@gmail.com. Can we get their person's energy? What is Libra's person's energy? My email and the weekly tarot schedule are down in the description box. And what is the mutual energy between Libra and their person? There we go. Okay, so you are getting dreaming. Your person is getting go with the flow, and the mutual energy is re-energize. Okay. Okay, so there is a bit of a fantasy energy here with you. With them being with go with the flow, I feel like you're frustrated with your person that they're taking this a little too easy, a little too lightly. I think you feel like they're not as putting much energy in the connection as you want them to. And I feel like this dreaming, there is a little bit of like a fantasy element where you're fantasizing about the potential of your person, but then I think you also recognize that the way your person is behaving or interacting with you could be elevated to a higher level. And I think that's why we have the re-energize here. And I'm sorry about the blowing sound. That's my air conditioner. It's very hot in the desert. I think you guys are wanting to restart here, or there's almost, for those of you that are in separation, there's almost a desire of like coming back together, but you are wanting it at a higher level than what they were putting in before. You almost think that they were like kind of just skating through this connection, not really putting enough energy in or taking it as seriously as you wanted. And it's like you're thinking about the type of person or type of connection that you guys could potentially have. And it's like, whether you're in separation or not, you guys both want to kind of like forgive and forget and start over. But you are expecting a higher level of commitment and a deepening of the connection, while your person, based on this card, will get more information as we get into tarot. But this person is kind of like still wanting to keep things a little bit more low-key. So there's like this kind of conflicting energy of you wanting to be more serious and them still wanting to be a little bit casual. All right. Use these for you. This one for your person. All right, so let's find out what your current feelings are towards your person. All right, what are Libra's current feelings towards their person? What is Libra's current feelings towards their person? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Aw, Libra. Okay, so we have the Lovers in the reverse. We have the Five of Wands. this Five of Wands is very intense because normally a Five of Wands is a bunch of wands in the air and a bunch of people fighting, but she's curled up in a ball. So this is a lot of mental conflict, inner conflict. It's not really conflict with somebody else. It's a lot of within self. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So Libra, I'm feeling like you're really wanting to break away from your person, but it's difficult because you do feel such a strong connection with them. And you know the potential here with this dreaming card. Like, you know that there's something great that you guys could have together, but they're just not putting in the effort that you want. So you're having like this conflict within yourself that's causing you a lot of stress. I feel like it feels like when you interact with them and you guys aren't talking about the issues, it's really good. But then as soon as you start talking or thinking about the issues, it becomes very bad. It's almost like in this Nine of Swords in this deck, she has this little goblin person on her. It's reminding me of like that phrase, a monkey on your back. Like, she can't even escape the issue when she's asleep. Like, the issue or issues, whatever the problem is just constantly on her mind, and it's driving her crazy. Okay, and that's what it feels like here. So you feel like there's a need to break away from your person, but it's also very hard. But you can't move past whatever this issue is. All right, so what are Libra's person's current feelings towards Libra? Oh, interesting. Oh, all right. See, they have Five of Wands as well, but it's in the reverse. They have the Queen of Wands and then the King of Wands in the reverse. So it's interesting they're getting the King and the Queen, but with the King being in the reverse. So with the Five of Wands in the reverse, they don't want to fight with you. They don't want to have this conflict. But I think with these two cards coming out together and one being in the upright and one being in the reverse, this conflict is like unavoidable. You guys can't get past it. Because I think the longer you go without properly addressing it, the more stressed out Libra gets. And then it just, the divide between the two of you is just getting bigger here. They see you as a little bit confrontational with this Queen of Wands, which is putting them in this King of Wands in reverse energy. Very stubborn, very an ego, almost unwilling to take action. Just, I don't want to say out of spite, but it's almost like that. They almost feel like you're trying to tell them what to do rather than saying, this is bothering me, we need to work on it. They almost feel like you're saying you're being demanding, which I don't think that you are, because it's causing you a lot of mental anguish here. And they don't want to fight. See, they're too light. You're too loosey-goosey. And you're just like completely stressing out. And they're just like, do we have to worry about these things? Do we have to talk about these things? Can we just, go out for dinner and have fun? And you're like, no, this is driving me crazy. All right. So what are the mutual feelings here between Libra and their person? Aw. So I have Six of Cups. There is desire for reunion. I think both of you recognize there is a soul tie here. You want to come together. You want to be happy. Maybe even want to get married or have a life together. This card can also be representative of family and children. So maybe you want to have a family with them. There is a strong desire for both of you to come together and have this kind of life, but your person's wanting to ignore some problem that is too big of a deal for you to move past. And it's like when you guys re-energize and come back together, this is the energy you want to be in. But your person seems to think that they can just come back and keep things the same while you aren't, you're holding a standard of needing change and evolution here. All right. So what does Libra. What does Libra need from their person? What does Libra need from their person? Yeah. What does Libra need from their person? Oh, interesting. So this deck, this deck has 4 Lovers cards in it. I'm technically supposed to take 3 of them out and just use the one that resonates most with me. But I don't know, I can't do that. I feel like I would be betraying the other cards by not putting them in. So they're actually getting the Lovers twice. So we have the Wheel of Fate. We have the 4 of Cups in the reverse. And then we have the Lovers here in the upright this time. Now this card has 2 masculine energies in it, and this card has 2 feminine energies in it. It feels like it matters in some sort of way. It's symbolic, but I'm trying to find the words for it. If both of you are in your masculine energy all the time, this isn't going to go anywhere because you're kind of butting heads. Both of you are trying to take charge and lead the way here. Your person in a more casual way, you in a more structured kind of way. You also can't be in your feminine energy all the time, but I think maybe they need you to be in your feminine energy a little bit more nurturing and understanding. I feel like that's the strong word. But with the Wheel of Fate, what does Libra need from your person? You need them to move forward. You want a positive change of luck. You want the wheel to be moving and to going. You don't want to have this longing desire for what could be. You want the Lovers. You want it to be what it can be. All right, it's pretty straightforward here for Libra. So they need a turn of events. They need things to start moving in a more positive forward movement. They don't want to feel this longing energy for what could be, and then we need more nurturing and understanding. Okay, so what does Libra's person need from them? What does Libra's person need from them? All right. Let's see. Okay. So we have the World. We have the 8 of Swords. And then we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Libra, your person is saying to just chill out, which I don't like that. I don't like that it seems like they're being a little bit dismissive here, but that was the phrase that I heard with this 9 of Swords in reverse. They want you to just kind of chill out and relax. It might just be that the approach you're taking with giving this information feels like they're being forced or trapped into making a decision. Now, that's what I was kind of saying here with this King of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands is a man of action. He has a plan in place. He goes after what he wants and he takes it. And even if he wants this Queen of Wands, even if he wants Libra, it's almost like with you being a little bit confrontational, it's putting him in this, like, I don't want to make a choice or follow through on this out of pettiness. So your person probably needs to grow up just a little bit here. But with the World, again, it's referring back to this re-energize. They're wanting a new beginning. They're wanting to start over. But at the same time, there's this energy of being trapped. And they want you to kind of like relax a little bit. Maybe there's some sort of middle ground here. Maybe you're wanting steps A through Z, but right now they just want to give you A through G or whatever halfway is, you know. Maybe they feel pressured to go from 0 to 100 when you could go from 0 to 25 to 50 to 75 to 100. So maybe allow them a little, like, Okay, so if they are being productive and actually making changes in their physical world, then maybe allow them a little bit more patience so they don't feel like they have to make every decision all at one time. I think that's kind of what it is. But they're saying it in a really negative way with the chill out. Like that's not a nice way to say it. But they're like, I think it feels like, yeah, you're wanting them to go from 0 to 100, or they're perceiving that you want them to go from 0 to 100 when they're like, if you just let me take the first few steps and then we can sit in that for a little bit, then we can take the next few steps and sit in that. I think as long as they are making progress and you can see the change and the development in their life, then maybe just have a little bit more patience here. But, you know, I would never tell anyone to sit around and wait for someone. So if you have spoken your mind and made it clear what it is that you want and need, and they're just, nothing's happening, then you can decide, you know, to move on from that if that's what feels right. All right, so what are the mutual needs here? Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands. It's kind of interesting. So I'm hearing like perseverance and persistence. But then there's also like blockage. Let's get one more for the mutual. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to take this double here. He came out sideways. It's like both of you want each other to persevere and continuously work on your shadow work. Work on the ego, the pride, the addictions, the possibly third-party situation, whatever karmic obstacles are in your way. You both want each other to be persistently working on these things. Okay? All right, so what are the next steps here for Libra? What are the next steps here for Libra? I'll move the cards up after I take them out. After I pull them. What are the next steps here for Libra? Okay. So, Libra, you're getting the 6 of Chalices, 6 of Cups, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and then the 9 of Cups. This feels like self-unity, self-work with the 6 of Cups. I think you want to remember there's a message of remembering your person, but in a positive light, not longing. You don't want to long for your person or for who they could or what the connection could potentially be. But you're trying to have happy memories here. You recognize the soul tie. I mean, 6 of Cups is coming up twice. But you need to get clear on what you want. I think you need to be a little bit more clear with your person. There may have been a lot of communication going on. You may have said a lot of things, but they might not be fully understanding. But I also think you need to gain clarity within your own life and the direction you want to take your life in. And then we have the 9 of Chalices. That's hopes and dreams and goals. So I think that there is you're wanting to work on your own hopes and dreams. You're going to keep your person in your heart. You're going to remember them, but there may be a need for you to kind of move away because you guys need to re-energize. You may need to re-energize individually before you can come back together here. But it's like, get clear on what you see, what you want for your life over the next, year, 5 years, 10 years, and then start working towards those goals. I think there's because there's so much conflict, like inner conflict around letting this person go. It's getting you a little bit foggy about what you want out of life. So it's like, get clear on what you want out of life and start working towards those goals, independent of your person. All right, so what are the next steps for Libra's person? Oh, interesting. So here, let me tilt this just a little bit. There, that's better. All right, so we have the High Priestess. We have the Six of Coins. And we have the Knave of Coins in the reverse. I feel like your person is going to get deeply in touch with their intuition. Okay. The High Priestess is also a woman of mystery. She doesn't let you know what's happening behind the scenes. So you guys may go into some sort of separation or very low communication. And I feel like your person might work on a lot of things behind the scenes. Okay, they don't want to fight with you. They want a new cycle, a new beginning, a next phase. But in order to do that, they have to connect with their spirituality. They have to evolve. They have to trust their intuition. I feel like they're also going to be working on being more generous, being more giving to you, bringing balance into this connection. With the Knave of Coins in the reverse, I feel like they're going to try their best. That's what I'm hearing. They're going to try their best to not come forward with any sort of offer from you until they feel they are deserving of it. There is also a fear of rejection here. That if they try to come forward, you may reject them at some point in the future. But the stronger message is that they aren't going to offer you anything until they can offer you more than a page. Okay, so what are the mutual next steps here in this connection? Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. Fast forward movement towards truth, honesty, clear direction. This is also a communication. We have the Four of Wands on the bottom. It's the cards of marriage, celebration, happiness, stability. So that is all a possibility. That's a very, I mean, it's a general reading, so it's not going to happen for everyone, but that's a very possible outcome if both of you are willing to kind of work on what you need to work on and be honest. I feel like there's ahead, the next steps are going to be very clear and direct communication. That's what it feels like. All right, let's get a final word of advice here for your reading. All right, let's get Libra a final word of advice here for their reading. Could be advice for you, advice for your person, or mutual. Just take it how it resonates. Final word of advice here for Libra. We have go for it. That's kind of the energy of this Knight of Wands, right? They just go for it. Not as wishy-washy or chaotic as the Knight of Wands, but this is like intense energy. So they're saying go for it. And I feel like this there for Libra. They're telling you to go for your dreams. Go for what you want. If you need to disconnect with this person, don't let it put yourself in such an anguish that you can't move on from them. Not saying that it's easy, but if that's what feels right, then I'll, surrender to it. For them, I feel like it's putting more energy. They're still in this kind of go with the flow. And the spirit is telling them you need to be more generous. You need to step up your game. You can do it. You can be a big boy or a big girl and bring the type of energy your person desires. Okay? All right, Libra, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. If it resonated, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.